Today, it's stage one of a potent street strip 347 cubic inch small block Ford full of power potential.
Welcome to Engine Power and a new high-powered project. The Ford Windsor series of engines debuted in 1962 with the creation of the 221 cubic inch small block V8. It became the most popular performance foundation for Ford. We know it as the 5.0. In '86, it adopted electronic injection, long runners, and a new head to crank out 200 horse at 4,000 and 285 pound-feet of torque at 3,000.
To keep on the path of power and interesting projects, we're going to keep the gears turning with a new one we're going to call Little Black and Blue. And it's to relate to all of you DIY blue oval gearheads. The recipe goes like this: 347 cubic inches, a set of AFR 205cc Renegade cylinder heads, Lunati valve train, and an Edelbrock Victor Jr. intake manifold topped off with a tricked out quick fuel 750 CFM carb. And all that's going to be lit off by MSD ignition.
Specific output in an engine is expressed by horsepower divided by cubic inches. And with our parts combination, we should make between 1.35 and 1.44 horse per cube. And that's due to the ability of 93 octane pump gas to resist detonation. So, with a little quick math, we should make between 468 and 500 horsepower.
Saving money at the beginning of a project leaves you more funds down the line for better parts. That's why we picked up this fully inspected, machined, and finished late model 302 block from Summit Racing. It was inspected for cracks and fatigue by being magnafluxed. Then it received an align hone. The decks were also cleaned up, and it was bored, then finished hone using torque plates to a final 4030 bore. Plus, all the dowels, freeze plugs, and oil gallery plugs are already installed, making this a cheaper route than tearing yours down and taking it to the machine shop. The most important thing for us is they clearance the bottom of the cylinder so our rod bolt clears it due to the larger stroke on the crankshaft. Now all this for only $750. The block is shipped with an anti-rust coating that has to be removed before assembly. Now we'll use lint-free towels and lacquer thinner to get rid of it. Now Pat is giving it a visual inspection to make sure there's nothing else to do before assembly. What he's looking for are burrs, rough edges, or anything that jumps out and catches his eye.
You know, I've been machining and building engines for over 25 years, and I can tell when someone has great attention to detail, and this block really shows a lot of that. All of the freeze plugs were installed with a lettering aligned, there was no overspray, and a lot of attention was given to the deburring process.
Filling that block is an Eagle Specialty Products 4340 forged rotating assembly. Now the crank has a 3400 stroke and received their ESP armor finish, which is not a coating. It's a process that gives the material a mirror-like finish without changing any of its tolerances.